Greetings! Mantor879 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alright then, let's get started. Pressing the A button now.
Cardfight,
Loading game, and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu. Now we're going to edit deck. Here we are, edit deck menu, and for today's deck profile video, the deck profile I'm going to be making one for is Keter Sanctuaries, Apex Ruler Bastion, D-BT01. And so for this deck, first I'm going to be using this DSD03 as the base for the deck I'm building. And now let's get into the deck, edit deck menu. So as I just mentioned, the deck build I'm building for today's video is mainly a Apex Ruler Bastion deck built with cards only available up until D-BT01. So let's get to the filter settings, ZR, go to pack, filter, and choose only cards from D-Booster Set 1, Genesis of the 5 Greats, apply filter, here we go. And now for the cards we're playing in this deck, the right deck, Grade 3, Apex Ruler Bastion, the main Grade 3 to play in this deck, so its skills are, first skill, continuous as a Vanguard. During your turn, all of your Grade 3 units get plus 2,000 power. And the second skill of Apex Ruler Bastion, auto, Vanguard, once per turn. At the end of the battle, that your drive check reveal a Grade 3, discard a card from your hand. If the cost has been paid, choose one of your rear guards, stand it, and it gets plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Bastion, his first skill, just by being on your Vanguard circle, all of your Grade 3 units, both your Vanguard and your rear guards, get plus 2,000 power. So with his first skill, all of your Grade 3s can serve as 15,000 point attackers by themselves. And the second skill of Bastion, as long as you reveal a Grade 3 in your drive check, as long as you don't mind paying a card from your hand for the cost, you can restand one of your rear guards and give it plus 10,000 power, making it easier for you to deal more damage to your opponent by giving you more attacks to work with, making Bastion a pretty powerful card to play in your Keter Sanctuary deck. Then the Grade 3, Vehement Witch Remina, not going to play her, removing 4 of her, taking her out. Then the Grade 3, Knight of Broadaxe Rapluke, its skill is, action, rear guard. Put this unit into your soul. If the cost has been paid, choose one of your other Grade 3 rear guards and it gives plus 10,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Rapluke, it's a pretty good Grade 3 to have in your Bastion deck. Just by moving him from your rear guard into your soul, one of your other Grade 3s in your rear guard get plus 10,000 power. So you get not only another soul card to soul blast with, but a more powerful rear guard to attack with. Playing 4 of him. The Grade 3, normal order, Hour of Holy Judgment cometh. Its skill is, play this with counterblast of 2. If the cost is paid, draw 2 cards, choose one of your units, and it gives us 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Judgment cometh, it's a pretty good order card to have in your Keter Sanctuary decks. Just by paying a cost of counterblast 2, you can not only draw 2 new cards, but one of your units gets a little extra power to work with, making this a decent card to have in your Bastion deck. So for Judgment cometh, we're only to be playing 2, so taking 2 out. And now, next to the adding new cards, the Grade 3, Grand Heavenly Sword Alden. Its skills is, the first skill, auto, when placed on the rearguard circle by counterblasting 2 and soul blasting 1. If the cost has been paid, choose a card from your hand and call to the rearguard circle. If you call a Grade 3, draw 2 cards. And the second skill, auto, rearguard, when this unit attacks, if you have 3 or more Grade 3 units, this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Alden, for its first skill, as long as you're willing to pay the hefty cost, and if you have a Grade 3 in your hand to call with its skill, you can then draw 2 new cards, giving you a lot more options to work with. And the second skill of Alden, when attacking, if you have 3 or more Grade 3s in your field, including Alden himself, your rear guard, and your Vanguard, he can serve as a 18,000 point attacker by himself, a pretty good card. So for Alden, we're going to be playing 4 of him. And now, the Grade 3, Knight of War Damage Fasado. His skills are, the first skill, continuous as a rear guard. This unit cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. And the second skill, auto as a rear guard. Whenever this unit attacks hits, you can counter charge 1 and soul charge 1. So for Fasado, it's a pretty good card to have since its first skill cannot be chosen by opponent's card effects, making it kind of like a resist ability. Just by being on your rear guard, he himself cannot be targeted by skills that retire, return to hand, or anything that affects your rear guard. And the second skill of Fasado, When its attack hits on either your opponent's Vanguard or their Rearguard, you can counter charge 1 and soul charge 1, giving you more cost to work with to pay for your skills, making Pasado a powerful card to have in the long term and in immediate action effects. So, okay, we're playing 4 Pasados. There we go. And then the grade 3 Dark Strain Dragon. Its skill is Action, Rearguard. If you have 3 more grade 3 units, Soul Blast 2. If you pay the cost, you can give all of your grade 3 units boosts until the end of the turn. So for Dark Strain Dragon, it's a pretty good card to have to play in Bastion decks that focus on having more grade 3s than normal. Just by Soul Blasting 2, if you have 3 more grade 3 units, including Dark Strain himself, your Vanguard and Rearguard, then all your grade 3s in the back row can boost your attacking units in the front row, making Dark Strain a good card to have in your Bastion deck. So as you can see, there's a current limit for Dark Strain Dragon. You can only play 1, so we're only playing 1 Dark Strain in this deck since we're only allowed to play 1, so okay. Next up, the grade 3 Actual Analyst Kokobille. Her skill is Continuous, Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard is Apex Ruler Bastion, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield for every 2 of your grade 3 units, including this unit. So for Kokobille, she's more or less a defensive unit for the Bastion decks. Just by guarding with her, for every grade 3 in your field, including your Vanguard Bastion, your Rear Guards, and on the Guardian Circle, Kokobille, she gets plus 5,000 in shield. So ideally, just by calling her by herself, if you have a full formation of Rear Guards, she can serve as a 15,000 shield to guard your opponent's attacks with. So, okay. So for Kokobille, we're playing 4 of her. And now, the grade 3 Divine Sister Lepisto. Her skill is Auto as a Rear Guard. When your drive check reveals a trigger unit, Counterblast 2. If the cost of them paid, you may stand this unit, and it gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Lepisto, it's a pretty good card to have in your grade 3 focus deck, since in the event you fail to reveal a grade 3 for Bastion drive check, in case you get a trigger instead, as long as you don't mind paying the Counterblast of 2, you can restand your Lepisto and give it 5,000 power to work with. So Lepisto is a kind of like a good backup unit to have in the event you have no grade 3s to drive check with, or you simply draw triggers instead of grade 3s. Lepisto can restand and serve as an 18,000 point attacker by herself in the second attack. So for Lepisto, we're going to be playing 4 of her. Hold on, then gotta make some space. So here we have the Ride deck, grade 2, Knight of Heavenly Spear Rooks. Skills are, for skill, auto, when written on top of by Apex Ruler Bastion. Cost, reveal 3 grade 3s from your hand. If you've managed to do so, you can draw a card. And the second skill of Rooks, continuous ability, Rear Guard. During your turn, if you have 3 or more grade 3 units, this unit gets boost and plus 5,000 power. So for Rooks, just by riding Bastion on top of him, if you've managed to have grade 3s in your hand to reveal to your opponent, you can draw a card. And the second skill of Rooks, just by having him in your Rear Guard, if you have 3 more grade 3 units, including your Vanguard and Rear Guard, he can serve as a 15,000 point booster from the back row. So for Rooks, we're going to be taking 3 out and we're only going to be playing 1 Rooks, okay? Then increasing the number of Lepistos I play in the deck by 1. Okay, looks good. So next up, the grade 1 Ride deck, Knight of Heavenly Sword Fort. Its skills are, first skill, when written on top of by Knight of Heavenly Spear Rooks, reveal 2 grade 3s from your hand. If you've done so, reveal the top card of your deck, call to the Rear Guard if it's a unit card, and put it into your drop if it is not a unit card. So the second skill, action, Rear Guard, once returned, Counterblast 1. If the cost of them paid, choose one of your grade 3 Vanguards and it gives us 5,000 power until the end of the turn. So for Fort, just by riding Rooks on top of him, if you've already secured 2 grade 3s in your hand and reveal them, you can check the top card of your deck and call to the Rear Guard if it's a unit, and drop it if it's a non-unit like an order card. So for Fort, he's a good card to have to ride as your Vanguard, since you can then almost get another attacker to attack with when you ride on top of him. And the second skill, if you don't mind paying the Counterblast of 1, your Vanguard grade 3 Rook Bastion will get a little more power to work with, making this a decent card to call, but mainly a good card to have as your Vanguard. So for Fort, we're taking 3 out, only playing 1. The grade 1 Shadow Bow Archer Lizana, taking her out. The grade 1 Platinum Wolf, not gonna play it, take it out. The grade 1 Life Saving Angel Kurbil Sentinel Perfect Guard, Gonna replace her with the Grade 1 Sentinel available in the D-BT01 over here. Grade 1, Aegis Mare Dragon, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. First skill, Continuous. Sentinel, you can only have up to 4 cards of Sentinel in the deck. And second skill, Auto. When placed on the Guardian Circle, choose one of your units and it cannot be hit until the end of that battle. And if your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from your hand to discard it. So for Aegis Mare Dragons, like any other Perfect Guard in the Cardfight Vanguard trading card game, just by guarding with him and discarding 1 card from your hand, you can completely block one of your opponent's attacks. But he also features another ability. When guarding, if you have less than 2 cards in hand, you won't have to pay the hand cost to play a Perfect Guard, making Aegis Mare Dragon a good last resort defense in any desperate situation, a pretty good card to have. So we're playing 4 of him. Okay, and then the Grade 0, Ride Deck, Knight of Heavenly Bow base, the starting unit. Skill, Auto, when riding on top of, if you went second, draw a card. So this is the starting unit of this deck, just by riding on top of him. If you go second, draw a card. Then the Grade 0, Knight of Heavenly Hammer, Gurgant, critical trigger, we're playing 4 of him. The Grade 0, Knight of Heavenly Pierce, Gallus, draw a trigger, we're playing 3 of him, taking 1 out. The Grade 0, Knight of Heavenly Red Lip, front trigger, we're taking it out and replacing it with this one, the Grade 0, White Fang Witch Disma, critical trigger, we're playing 4 of her. There we go, and now the Grade 0, Knight Healer of Heavenly Staff Arches, heal trigger, we're playing 4 of her. And last but not least, the Grade 0, Spiritual King of Determination, Olberia, over trigger, replacing him with the D-BT01, Keter Sanctuary over trigger over here. Grade 0, Light Dragon, Deity of Honors, Amartinia, over trigger, skill is, additional effect, until the end of the turn, you can also perform drive checks for the battles your rearguards attack. So for Amartinia, he's like any other over trigger in the D standard format. Just by revealing him in a drive check or damage check, you get 100 million power and draw a card. But his main ability is the second skill, which is an additional effect when revealed during a drive check during your turn. Until the end of that turn, your rearguards also get drive checks when they attack, so making Amartinia a good way to give your front row more power since they can drive check, increasing your chances of getting a trigger. So a good card to have all around, Amartinia, so adding 1 of him. And there we go, with that, the deck build is complete, so pressing start to finish, overwrite deck. And now, so here's the deck that I built in today's deck profile video. So we're playing 4 Apex Ruler Bastions, 4 Knight of Broadaxe Reflux, 2 The Hour of Holy Judgment cometh, 4 Grand Heavenly Sword Aldens, 4 Knight of War Damage Fasado, 1 Darkstrain Dragon, 4 Actual Analyst Kokobeel, 4 Divine Sister Lapisto, 1 Knight of Heavenly Spear Rooks, 1 Knight of Heavenly Sword Fort, 4 Aegis Mare Dragons, 1 Knight of Heavenly Bow base, and then we're playing 8 critical triggers, 3 draw triggers, 4 heal triggers, and 1 Keter Sanctuary over trigger, Amartinia. And there we go, I've pretty much just explained the deck build, and the card effects. Next, let's get on to testing out the deck. So first, let's change the deck's name, from DSD03 to Bastion. There we go, Bastion, press start. Deck name, and now changing card sleeves. Replacing deck sleeves with, let's see. First, we're going to be using the blackout sleeve for the main deck, press A, and the white blackout sleeve for the right deck, press Y, and here we go. deck built, cards revealed and explained, and sleeves change. So let's get on to testing out this deck.
どのモードで
Let's get on to the fight menu and to CPU fight.
どのデッキにする
And now test out the Bastion deck I just built.
どのファイターにする
And let's see, for an opponent, I'll fight. Which opponent would be a good choice? So, alright, we're fighting against Megumi Okura in normal difficulty.
始めよ
Now the match begins, let's get started. Okay, deciding who goes first, so rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Scissors, okay. Scissors. Paper. Paper. Alright, going first. Okay, then let's draw starting hands, and I'm sending a draw trigger back to my deck. Draw one, do an Aegismere Dragon Sentinel, okay.
私のターンドロ
My
ー
opponent's turn. No, my turn. I draw. From my right deck, I write Knight of Heavenly Sword Fort. I'm discarding the Grade 3 Order. Hour of Holy Judgment cometh. Discard it.
ライド
Right, fort. And end of turn.
ターンエンドスタン
My opponent's turn. She rides. Carrots. Draw one card by their base skill. And battle phase attacking me. Okay, no guard. Take the attack.
ノーガードドライブチェック
Drive check. Draw trigger. Ah, what a lucky draw for them. Alright, then damage check from me.
ダメー
Damage
ジチェッ
check. No trigger. And now it's my turn.
ク
I
私の
draw.
ターンドロー
Okay, I'm gonna ride from my right deck. Knight of Heavenly Spear, Rooks. I discard from my hand the Grade 3 Actual Animus Kokobile. Discard. I ride Rooks. For skill, I reveal 2 Grade 3s in my hand. I reveal Dark Strike Dragon and Reflute.
スキル発動
I superior call a top card of my deck. It's it's an order card. Discard. What a waste. Beginning battle phase. Rooks attack the Vanguard.
ノーガードドライブ
Drive check. Critical trigger. Alright. All effects to the
ク
Vanguard.
リティカルプラスパワープラス
And the damage hits. First.
ダ
Damage
チェッ
check. No trigger. Grade 3. And second check. They
ク
got
ダメージチェ
a
ック
Grade 2. Okay. No triggers. End the turn.
ターンエンド私のターンドローライ
She rides Lattice using the Grade 1 skill. It's a pure call top of the deck. A Grade 3 Elrante. Not good for me. Nope, they add the soul instead. Gabreg and Girafina. Okay, no guard.
ドノーガード
Damage check.
ダメージチェック
Here, critical trigger. Alright. I give all effects to my Vanguard.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
Lattice attacks the Vanguard. One to pass. No guard.
ノーガードドライブチェック
No trigger. Alright, I'm safe. Detection is not hit.
ターンエン
Now it's my turn. Stand and draw. I drew Fluke. Okay. I'm gonna ride from my right deck. Apex Ruler Bastion. Discarding a critical from my
ドで
hand.
勝負を決める
Riding Bastion. I activate Rook's skill. Revealing 3 Grade 3s in my hand. I reveal Fluke, Dark Strain, and Fluke.
スキル発動
Drawing a card. I call Fluke.
コール
And another Fluke.
コール
And okay, beginning battle phase. My right side Fluke attacks the rear guard on the left
ガ
side.
ードにアタックノーガー
Alright, the attack hits. Lost the rear guard. Okay, my turn. Now my Vanguard Bastion attacks the Vanguard
ド
Lattice.
ノーガー
Twin Drive, first check. Grade 3,
ドドライブ
second check. Critical trigger, alright! I give the critical to my Vanguard Bastion and power to the left side Fluke.
クリティカルプラス
Critical
パワー
and
プラス
power.
これが私のヴァンガード
And here's the attack. Ray of Light, 2 damage.
まだよ
Here it is, damage check first. No trigger, grade 2. Second check.
ダメージチェック
No trigger. Alright, lucky me. I activate Bastion skill. I discard from my hand. I discard a critical trigger from my hand to restand my right side ref loop.
スキル発動
Restand
パワープラ
plus
ス
power. And now ref loop attacks the Vanguard, 25,000 power.
ノーガードダメージチェック
Damage check.
フロントトリガー
Drop trigger. Oh no.
パワープラス
Power the front row. Okay, then my ref loop on the left side attacks the rear guard, 25,000 power.
ノーガード
And the attack hits. Another rear guard gone, and that's the end of my turn. My opponent's turn.
ドロー自覚銃を
She rides. Sylvan Beast King, Magnolia,
発動
Lattice skill. Superior calling Glunosia to the rear guard.
ステリオルコール
Okay. She calls another grade 2, Daimanaru,
パワープラス
adding power. Okay.
コール
And calling a grade 1, Lemuria. Not gonna guard the Vanguard, taking it.
ノーガードドライブチェック
First,
オーバートリガー
over trigger. Oh no! She gets critical draw and power, and a heal as well.
パワープラス
Ah, a lot more power.
ドライブチェック
Second.
やった
Oh, come on, a heal trigger? Just like that, back to 3 damage. Double trigger, unbelievable.
マグノリアがアタック
Okay, 2 damage. Here it comes. Ow.
ダメージチェッ
First check. No trigger. And second check. No trigger. Ah, nothing.
マグノリアのスキル
Magnolia skill, letting a back row rear guard attack.
パワープラス
Nope, letting this one attack.
パワープラス
More power. Not good.
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
15,000 power. Okay.
パワープラス
I guard.
発動
No, Lemuria gets more power. Oh, it's a lot of damage. Okay. I guard with a critical trigger. 28,000 power.
ガー
Attack blocked.
ドヴァンガード
Lemuria attacks the Vanguard. No guard. Take the hit.
ノーガード
Ow. Damage
チェ
check.
ックよし
Heal trigger. Yes. I give power to my Vanguard and heal 1 damage.
パワープラス
Here comes the
ヴァ
next
ンガー
attack.
ドにアタックだスキル発動
Lemuria's skill.
パワープラス
Adding power, but no point, so okay. I guard with Aegis Mare, perfect guard. I discard from my hand.
スキル発動
Let's see, I'm discarding the heal trigger from my hand. The attack is
回
blocked.
転ガード
Okay, we're done. Now it's my turn. I stand and draw.
私のターンドロー
Alright, got a good hand, so I Persona Ride Bastion. Persona
ラ
Ride.
イド
Draw a card, 10,000 the front row, and I move Raploop to the back row. Same here, back row. And now I call Knight of the Grand Heavenly Sword, Alden, to the rear guard, over here.
コール
I activate Alden's skill. I Counterblast 2 and Soul Blast 1. I Superior Call 1 card from my hand. I Superior Call Dark Strain Dragon to the back row. Draw 2 cards. And next up, I call Lattice to the left side.
コール
I activate Raploop's skill into the soul,
スキル発動
giving power to Lattice.
パワープラス
And next up, I'm activating Raploop's skill into the soul,
スキル発動
giving power to Alden.
パワープラス
Next, I call Fasando and
コール
Lattice. There we go. And now, I activate Dark Strain skill, Soul Blasting 2 cards.
スキル発動
For this turn, my back row grade 3s can support by boosting. And now, beginning battle phase. First up, my Lattice attacks the Vanguard, not boosted, against
ヴァンガードにア
Magnolia.
タックノーガード
And attack hits, okay.
ダメージチェック
And okay, perfect guard, no trigger. Now my right side, Alden attacks the Vanguard without boost, 35,000 power. Alden skill plus 5,000 power more.
パワープラスノーガ
Here it comes.
まだよ
Damage
ダ
check.
メージチェック
No trigger, alright. Now boosted by Dark Strain Dragon, my Vanguard Bastion attacks the Vanguard. Perfect guard, okay.
スキル発動
Skill, perfect guarded.
完全ガードドライブチェック
Twin drive for check. Critical trigger, yes. I give all effects to Alden.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
And activate Lattice skill. Wait. Lattice skill, Counter Blast 2.
スキル発動
Restand it.
パワープラス
Second check.
ドライブチェック
Yes, a great 3. And now I activate Bastion skill. Let's see, discard the draw trigger from my hand to restand Alden.
これが今の私のすべて
Restanding Alden plus 10,000 power. And now boosted by Lattice, my rear guard. Alden attacks the Vanguard for 75,000 power. Skill activated. Plus another 5,000 power. 80,000 power, 2 criticals to the
パワー
Vanguard.
プラス
Another perfect guard, no!
スキル発動完全ガード
And there it is. Okay. Boosted by Fasando, my Lattice attacks the Vanguard for 55,000 power.
ノーガード
Yes! The attack hits. Damage check.
ドロートリガー
Draw trigger, yes! No kill, so
パワープラス
now the battle's over, I
私
win.
の勝ちねやった
Let's see, I got win, attack of 60,000 or more power, attack 5 times in 1 turn, perfect guarded, 3 draws in a row, drew an over trigger, did Persona Ride, 6 turn pass, did a superior call, and drew 3 times in 1 turn. I got 3,000 VP, got total of 23,850 VP. Nice, going next.
どのファイター
And we're done,
どの
leaving the fight menu,
どのファイトにする
and back to edit deck menu.
どのデッキを見る
And with that, that's about all the time we have for today. So first off, I want to say thank you to the viewers watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload again in the near future. I also hope you all show support by liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that, I say goodbye and see you all soon.